For many people watching the news today, the conflict between Iran and Israel looks like a sudden explosion of violence. Missiles, threats, cyber attacks, proxy wars across the Middle East. But the truth is, this conflict didn't start yesterday. It started decades ago. And strangely enough, Iran and Israel were once friends. Yes, friends. When the modern state of Israel was created in 1948, Iran was actually one of the few Muslim-majority countries that recognized Israel. At that time, Iran was ruled by a king known as the Shah. The Shah was strongly aligned with Western countries like the United States, and Israel was also a close Western ally. So the two countries cooperated in many ways. They traded oil, they shared intelligence, and they even worked together secretly on security and military projects. For decades, their relationship was stable, but everything changed in 1979. That year, a massive revolution shook Iran. The Shah was overthrown, and a new government came to power led by a religious leader named Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini. This moment is known as the Iranian Revolution, and it completely transformed Iran's foreign policy. The new Islamic government believed Israel represented Western influence in the Middle East, and they rejected the existence of Israel as a legitimate state. Soon after taking power, Iran cut all diplomatic relations with Israel. The Israeli embassy in Tehran was shut down and handed over to the Palestinian Liberation Organization. From that moment on, Iran officially declared Israel an enemy. The conflict was not just political, it became ideological. Iran's new leadership framed the struggle against Israel as part of a broader Islamic cause, especially linked to the Palestinian issue. And this is where the rivalry deepened. Instead of fighting Israel directly, Iran began supporting groups that opposed Israel in the region. One of the most powerful was Hezbollah in Lebanon. Over time, Iran provided funding, weapons, and training to these groups. Israel saw this as a direct threat, so Israel began responding in its own ways: covert operations, cyber attacks, assassinations of nuclear scientists, airstrikes on Iranian positions in Syria. For years, the two countries fought what experts call a shadow war, a war without formal declarations, a war fought through proxies, intelligence agencies, and secret operations. But in recent years, this shadow war has started becoming more direct. Tensions escalated over Iran's nuclear program, which Israel fears could eventually produce nuclear weapons. Both sides accuse each other of aggression, and what began as a political break in 1979 has now grown into one of the most dangerous rivalries in the Middle East. So the next time you see headlines about Iran and Israel exchanging threats, remember this: their conflict didn't start with missiles. It started with a revolution that turned former allies into permanent enemies. For more hidden history like this, like, subscribe, and comment your thoughts below.